In today's video, I want to show you how to add an extra terminal to your battery connections here on our Ford trucks. Whether you're installing a snowplow and there's nowhere to make your connections, whether it be the positive or negative, or maybe you are installing a salt spreader on your truck. Whatever you're installing on your truck, this video will help you. So on our Fords, for whatever reason, they do not provide enough terminals. When you look at the battery here on the negative on the driver's side of the truck, there is a supplied terminal that you can tie into, not a problem. But on the positive, even though this one has it, this one was not here. I actually added this one. So for some reason on the driver's side, you only have a terminal on the ground, and on the passenger side you only have a terminal on the ground. And you on our passenger side we have one on the ground and one on the positive. So this side has two. Now let's look at our 250. We got a 2019 F250. On the driver's side, we only have the ground for the we only have a terminal for the ground, and on the positive we have nothing to tie into. So you end up tying into this. This isn't going to provide the best. This isn't going to provide the best because it's got to go through a painted screw. This part of the metal is painted, so it's not really where it's supposed to connect to the battery terminal. Let's take a look at the passenger side of the 250. Got to walk around the plow on this one. Coming over here, we can see we have a terminal here for the positive, but nothing for the negative. So the thing about what we have done is, as hard as it is for us to actually see what's happening here, this terminal was added after the fact, even though it looks totally OEM. And I am going to show you guys how exactly this was done. Instead of having it looking crazy and having wires everywhere and not looking like it belongs there, there's a way that you can just add a terminal to the original harness, to the original battery lug connection. So let's do this to the 250 since it needs to be done anyway. What we're going to do is drill through the factory battery terminal, and if you look, there is a pedestal on that terminal right there that if there were a thread standing up, we'd be able to secure our battery, secure our positive lead directly to the copper battery terminal. But for whatever reason, Ford didn't provide that. So what we're going to do, we're going to drill through right here. Let me grab the drill and make our hole. I've got to be careful making the hole. I don't want to drill through my battery, and once this pops through here, the battery plastic is really soft. It's easy to accidentally drill too far. So I'm going to go ahead and drill this out, and yeah, we'll see how this turns out. Alright, so 10 milli off here. This will allow the battery terminal to come loose. So there's our battery terminal loose with the hole in it. You can see that I kind of nicked the battery just a little bit right there, just on the strap handle. But if you hit the wrong spot, you will have a leaky battery. So when you do make the hole, make sure that when that bit pops through, it's not going to hit your battery or your coolant reservoir or anything like that. So this will remove this. This isn't supposed to go on this. As you see, this is a painted surface, and this is the surface that is actually meant to lock the battery terminal onto the battery. It's not designed to carry current through it. Although it has worked, don't get me wrong. It's not been an issue over the years having it like that. But let me grab this 10 millimeter screw. So I keep a supply of these 10 mil screws, and the nice thing about this is the basically the thread and pitch that is on the truck already. And the way to know that is you line up the threads like so up against a known source, and then we go ahead and proceed to push this through. Now the way that I made this is it's too small. The hole is just a little too small, and the idea is for me to be able to thread this in, but I need to be able to get to the back side of it, and it's gonna have to bend a little for me. Let's see here. There you go. So the thing about this is I'm going to turn the settings to a very, very low, the lowest setting, because I don't want to go past. I don't want to go too far. Now also, one more thing, now that I've actually got this to thread in here, I am going to grab some thread locker and put it on the threads. Hopefully that'll keep this from coming loose. Let me grab that real quick. So here is the final product. I trimmed everything up real nice. Let's peel this thing back and take a look at how this thing turned out. Look at that. That looks so much better than just having the positive terminal tied onto here where it's not supposed to be. It's not making good connections, going through a painted surface and all that. Why not just create your own eyelet if you don't already have one? For some reason, these Ford trucks don't have it at every terminal, but if it's missing, not a problem to just add it after the fact. And I'm keeping these 10 millis on hand. That is why this wasn't tied into this ground. It was tied in here because you never know when you need that 10 milli. So I got a box of these. I'm always in need of them, so that is good to go. Now I did clean up this connection here to the power relay, and just happened to be the perfect time to do that because I'm in here and that was all corroded. But anyway, guys, comment below, let me know what you think about this. My name is Sean, this is DS Trucks. Hope to see you in the next video. Over and out.